Team Secret's turn to pick.
Very good against Horde. They can even maybe do
TNC
PM mid against Storm and the Ogre roaming around. So that's the front line. Gives them initiate as well with a stun. Very, very good hero to use the Bloodlust as well, because you're often chasing and right-clicking people with your crit. I think overall, very solid pick so far. From Secret, their lineup.
Yeah, we've seen this dual lane from a lot of other teams, the Dark Willow plus Wraith King. A lot of harass, a lot of force kills, yeah, can force kill. Although it depends on what you're up against though. Drow Ranger, very easy kill, but if you're up against Enchantress for example, then she likely will be able to heal through and survive. So what are some supports that you want to see against this particular lineup? Are you looking to be defensive?
Undying for TNC.
Okay.
They need a lane securer and maybe the other one to have some stuns and catch. So Venge is available. Maybe Venge plus Undying to TNC would be decent for them.
Venge is such a nice addition to this. Like, you're looking at so much damage.
And Venge could also be great at targeting the Arc Warden, because you want to single him out and kill him first with the swap. That would be great. Or use it defensively to save the draw. That's always nice.
Other popular supports so far, Crystal Maiden pairs very well with the Storm Spirit. Gives you a lot of range and disable.
I kind of like the Venge more because of the draw, the nature of their overall lineup. Okay, so this is the lane Boolia. The
support Prophet.
Yeah.
Well, technically Enchantress could still be that position 4.
But Cuckoo plays this hero, and you have two people, Sam H and Cuckoo. So yeah, anything could be possible at the moment. They can still pick like an off-lane hero and have Prophet support and Enchantress 4, like 4 and 5. Or they could just do either way.
5 seconds remaining.
Doesn't add a lot of the disabling department like you mentioned.
But they're all out on
just lane harass,
yeah, all on the lanes, which I feel like, I think I mentioned this to you before, where I feel like I think it's okay to not have a balanced draft right now if you can actually win the lanes, secure the lanes really hard. Because if you are lacking in certain things, like you don't have much team fight, or you don't have much catch, you win the lanes, you have resource to actually buy items to deal with that imbalance. But provided you have to buy the right items, you don't just like buy random items.
We have seen kind of specific games as counterexamples to your point. Like yesterday we cast Serenity and they lost every lane, but they eventually still win the game. But those are just very like not the norm. Whereas we generally see teams winning 1 or 2 lane and just completely snowballs to a victory, and that's exactly what TNC is going for here.
That's a good ban. I think Osprey would have fit what TNC wanted. And it gives them stun, gives them team fight, which they are both lacking. They need stuns and team fight right now.
5 seconds remaining.
The other option would be Tusker. Tusker has some team fight with the Sigil, has some stuns, the ulti, the punch and the snowball.
Well, Tusker seems nice, so you could get up on top of the Arc Warden if you want. A meatball ban. Okay.
What other options do they have? The other options where I said was you just go for the bench draw and then Enchantress Prophet as the other lane at the like 3 and 4 rows.
10 seconds.
Which I feel right now probably they won't. I think they're gonna lean more towards having the Prophet to protect the draw, because the draw is gonna be up against a very hard lane.
Gonna meet that Tusk, yeah.
So Prophet will be with the Drow Ranger in the safe lane against the Dark Willow and the Rift King, and Tusk will be with that.
Any kind of big snowball save or snowball interaction that you see against the Team Secret lineup?
It's definitely good against the Dark Willow spell. Curse Crown,
Bramble, even Terrorize. It's a very...
Oh no, not the Bramble. If you get caught in the Bramble, but you can save people in the Bramble.
You could roll past them, pick them up.
Yeah. But I think the Sigil is definitely very useful against the Arc Warden. The snowball and the Sigil. You want to jump him and kill him first. That's what you want to do. And for Secret, Wraith King could be carry, Wraith King could be offlane, but I feel like you want the Wraith King offlane to kill/pressure the Drow Ranger. Arc Warden against Storm, I like that matchup personally. I would pick another safe lane.
It's gonna be a Legion Commander instead, so we'll see if it's still Wraith King offlane or carry.
Good adjustment, because I think one of the reasons why they picked this hero is because of the summons from Prophet. So your nuke becomes more damage.
And of course, it's another hero that could initiate against Raven, Storm. Now, to be fair, Tim's Snowball is going to be somewhat annoying against the LC, though.
Yep, that is true, but like I mentioned, teams are just thinking a lot more about the lanes right now.
Okay.
The small little things that counter me later. You worry about it later. If you do on the lanes, you're off to a good start and you're usually in a very, very sizable advantage.
Sounds like a college student, man. You got an exam in 3 weeks, I'll worry about it when it comes, you know. I'll just play more Dota right now.
10 seconds remaining.
So it'll be... I guess it might actually just
5
be
seconds
Ogre
remaining.
plus LC. I think I might actually like that dual lane more together, and then the Dark Wheeler still goes with the Wraith King. I mean, obviously it's still possible either way, but I feel like they have much more threat with Ogre LC.
Any reason for TNC to scout out the lane and dodge it? Do you feel like the Drow Ranger and MP is like doesn't want to lane against Fada's LC, for example?
But then again, if you do that, it's a draw on the dangerous lane, which I feel not too sure how I feel about that. But if the Prophet technically if the Prophet follows him there, he lanes against the Wraith King and Dark Wheel. Maybe.
Okay, well, we'll see.
But I feel like they don't really need to swap. I think it's still fine for them. Because the Tusk and Enchantress, I think they would have a pretty good advantage against the Wraith King and Dark Wheel if that's the lane. Because Enchantress just owns any melee call. You're just gonna get right click, and you can't hit him. And he has this heal to sustain throughout your nukes from the Dark Wheel and the Wraith King. So I feel like TNC could be fine with that, because draw, you don't really
purchase on the side of TNC. One on Prophet, one on Enchantress. TNC definitely want to be bullying hard.
interesting. Very, very interesting. We've seen what we've seen so far. There's this double Stout Shield against Prophet.
Yeah.
Now there's this double Light Stone.
In fact, speaking of Stout Shield, all of the melee heroes, including the Ogre, picks up a Stout Shield.
Yep, they're gonna be facing up a lot of harass in the lane. Drow, standard issue, and the Prophet. So it'll be, let's see, what are the lanes?
30 seconds to battle.
Wraith King, Ogre, Dark Willow, LC.
Okay, double melee up top. Interesting.
I mean, I think the idea behind this is because you're laning against the Enchantress, you're going to be tanking a lot. It's better to have Ogre tank that damage than Dark Willow. So I guess that's the logic here behind the lanes.
Ogre with that insanely high base regen and the Stout Shield.
The battle begins.
Are we gonna see a fight on the rune? Looks like it might be 3 for Team Secret. In fact, that's exactly the case. Nicely done here.
Yep, that's the weakness of Drow early. It's very difficult for you to contest the rune. That is why we talked about this before. What Fnatic do to start the game?
They just run 3 heroes in one lane and trade
to one side.
Yeah,
and
2 for 2.
Get the runes and then go back to their lane.
Yeah.
So at the very least, no matter what happens, you're gonna bare minimum have 2 runes at the cost of a team.
Dire structures are fortified.
Mid lane Armel's got the vastly superior block, but overblocked it in such a way that he's has to last it under tower.
Same goes for bot lane though. Like TNC has blocked the creep into the tower as well. Not sure how I feel about this, but they do have the upper hand in terms of getting the XP to level 2 first. We've seen that happen a lot, and the side that gets level 2 first will kill their opposing team. But then again, it's a Prophet and Drow.
Yeah, level 2 on this lane doesn't mean as much.
This lane doesn't have a stun and has very little kill potential. They have a lot of harass, but very little kill potential.
I guess level 2 means TNC will have access to Gus, defensively at least. But apart from that.
Yep, and top lane is going to be a very difficult lane for TNC to kill as well, because Ogre is super tanky. He's going to be trying to soak up all the damage, and like you mentioned earlier, he started with a Stout Shield, so he's going to be able to trade very efficiently in this lane. And mid lane, so far, oh my god, Armel is actually dominating mid one. He has 8 CS to...
Yeah, Armel
The draw aura, I guess.
I also don't know how often Min1 plays.
He does play
Gordon.
He
Okay.
does play that. And we mentioned earlier why I feel the matchup is good is because when the gank comes, it's easy to kill the Storm. What if there's no gank coming and Storm is just farming the lane? You know, and with a draw aura, so Storm will be happy with that.
It's gonna be hard to see how Secret could send people to the mid lane, because I feel like their side lanes are so much pressured. Again, double Blightstone, no joke when it comes to harassing
Top
it.
lane, Puppey getting blocked in the shot. They're gonna fight back with the stun from Wraith King.
Oh, the heal's gonna come out here. Tim's should survive, and they will pick up the first blood. Tim might go down here. He has Snowball available, and he's holding on to it. Ace getting forced back. TNC grabs the first blood.
Wow.
For free.
I felt like they might have been able to get the Wraith King as well when he was like, I felt like he overextended a little. The creeps were chasing him, but TNC decided not to pursue the matter. Just happy with the first blood that they got up.
Yep. And this is kind of like, I think, how TNC is gonna win the lane, right? Very passively.
Oh, dodge.
He snowball dodge a stun coming his way.
Yeah, not the stun, but the ignite from Puppey.
Okay.
And giving him a tip. Good stuff here. So overall laning situation. So Draw is having a harder time, but you don't really mind that so much as long as Draw's not dying. You want the other lanes to go out. Storm is having a good lane.
Yeah.
Enchantress is having a good lane. So that is what you want.
So far, pretty good recipe for success here for TNC.
Oh, bot lane. They might be diving here. Bramble Maze going down.
It's gonna hit, but that defensive gust is gonna come out. Raven will juke into the trees. Cuckoo's still right-clicking away, and they're still diving onto him. Cuckoo might be in a lot of trouble. He will tango through, and there is an entire pathway of trees being cut down, and he's fine. Meanwhile, simultaneously on the top side, though, they have taken down the Tuskar. Puppey getting right-click down, and he canceled the stun.
Aw, I was fond of them.
Okay.
That was strange.
Yeah, that was a little strange.
Maybe he felt like he could tank one more right click, but
And then
because of the Blightstone, he died.
Yeah.
Possible, yeah, because he wants to tank as much as possible and then leave. He's going to go in with a stun, Fire Blast, follow up with a Wraith King stun here onto
The
Sam.
heal's gonna come out, and
Just a level 1 heal, but more than enough to keep Sam H alive. Yeah.
that level 2 untouchable is really hard to crack through.
Two melee heroes trying to hit the edge. Good luck. So far so good for TNC. Armel picks up an illusion rune, so that's gonna even further help his laning phase, farming and last hitting CS. And like you mentioned, it's probably very unlikely for the supports to come into middle to help him.
Puppey now getting sharded up. He pops the ignite. Nice body block coming out. Snowball is still available. Are they gonna dive under tower? Nice snowball. It dodges one, and right clicks are coming out. Tower not focusing on Tim's, and that should be the end of it. Skeletons being made, but
This lane
again
is so
untouchable.
awful for the double melee.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
It's so weird to see the Ogre team just getting wrecked in the lane, because like you mentioned, he's picked for this phase.
But they are last hitting. Look at the CS. Wraith King has 23 CS. I think that is what counts the most at the moment. But they're gonna lose out on the bounty runes. TNC is gonna be able to secure 3 runes so far. And here comes the gang actually from TNC. Crawford, but he has no points in Sprout. Guess mid-one's low. Oh, they scan it, then you.
Oh, and now the gank is gonna get turned around. Cuckoo will get found in the trees. This should be a very easy hit. Cuckoo mixed trees, so the Flux is not doing that much damage. He's trying to right click, but we'll lose that one. Yapzor will pick up the kill. Puppey has poured in as well, and that's gonna be Tim's caught behind the tower. He will snowball away and out. Tower not gonna take him down.
Nicely done there by the teams. But still, at the end of the day, one is a support kill. Just a support kill for Secret. Not the biggest deal for TNC. They're happy with that. 2 heroes rotated in.
I think the big thing for me right now is that Fata's having a pretty decent lane. He's CSing extremely well, and I feel like that's Secret's game plan to catch them back up, right? They need the early blink, and he needs to force a bunch of kills.
Yeah, that is right. Blink into blame, that's gonna be the build here for the LC this game, since there's so much damage coming out from the Drow lineup. And here comes Prophet. Cuckoo gonna TP in, drops a ward behind, summons some Treants, but Fata immediately rotates to top because there's double siege. Sam H got enchanted the other siege creep, so this tower is under heavy fire right now. They
Cuckoo
leave.
Yeah, he micros a Treant south and pulls the big wave away.
I think this tower is just dead. It's dead.
Sam H tanking a little bit. Big nuke coming out. Fata with the movement speed runs away from the shards, and like you said, double siege unit, absolutely no joke. Let's see if Fata could get the tower deny. That will be huge.
Here comes Puppy to secure the deny.
Oh, all of the siege unit will die, and it's gonna be a fight here for the last hit on the tower. Arc Warden even completes a TP in, and that should secure them to the deny. No, Cuckoo's Treants will just take it down. They might lose Tims, but Tims is well worth the death. Yeah,
It's worth one support kill.
wait, maybe he could get the dual damage. He's looking for it. There's that duel, and Fata at least pick up something.
Still, this is all 3 cores in the same lane. 4 heroes on the same lane. They still got the tower, and they killed a support of all things.
Mid lane Armel, Curse Crown on top of him, but he's fine with the haste rune. And also, this allows the Drow Ranger just to get free farm on the bottom side.
Yep, so level 6 draw. Game starts to get fun for him. Gets a lot of damage to farm, push out lanes, hit towers. Same goes for his teammates, obviously. Next move for TNC, so they kind of want to invade the jungle to place a ward. They have a ward. Oh, Cuckoo actually TP to the bot lane to place another nice ward here. This one.
Yeah, that is a really one nice thing about a support prophet, is that you get to do things like that. Just bypass enemy wards, drop very deep vision.
They actually have all okay. They already have vision on both sides of the jungle.
Yep.
They even block this camp. That's not sure why they blocked the camp, but still pretty good vision. A pretty good one for the vision there, giving them sight over the shrine area, the jungle. And whereas for Secret right now, they have pretty defensive ward. If you look at their vision, one line across the river. Because when you're under pressure, this is the kind of wards you want. Defensive wards on the entrance or towards your jungle area. So you could, because you need to know if enemy is invading, so you can farm safely.
Whereas Armel just walks right into the magnetic field and just gets a nice kill here with Tims. He's out of mana at this point. Can he zip away? He does. Does not give away the dual damage to Fata. He's going to port out and should make it home alive. Meanwhile, duel coming out here against Tims. Tims fairly tanky though, but here comes the Bramble Maze. There won't be any dual victory, but still a kill is going to be a kill. Fata picks it up.
Definitely very happy with that.
Yeah, again, the core survived, the support's dying.
Yeah, and good TP up by Armia there.
Yeah.
So overall, another nice move here for TNC. Their next objectives will be, I think, just to try to secure the tier 1s. But they're in no rush at the moment because they are happy farming. They're getting a lot of farm because they have the map control. Sam is constantly shuffling the top lane in. He has vision over this area, so he feels really safe doing that, unless Secret does a smoke. But even if they smoke, they have to bring so many heroes, and they need the Dark Willow to be level 6 before they can kill Sam H.
Dark Willow will pick up 6 here with the range creep kill. So my question is, if you're TNC, do you try to press your advantage right now because there's no blink LC?
Yes, why not?
Alright, Armel is going to press that advantage. They're going to go right onto mid 1. Puts a magnet field. That's going to be a terrorize. We'll push everybody back mid 1. Now we'll turn it around. Huge damage output from Yapzor, but Storm will pick up the kill before he dies. He zips away, and he should die to the urn. Looks like Yapzor should pick up the kill. Yes, secondary urn being used. Cuckoo now right-clicking away. There is Sprout available, but he does not want to fight that. He will port home. Meanwhile, looks like another urn kill here from Yapzor. As soon as he turns level 6, the impact is right there.
Yeah, good move there by Yapzor. Definitely at the right place at the right time, saving his. I mean, not saving, but at least
Trading.
Yeah. They got 2 kills for mid 1 there. Definitely worth it for them. Sam H running in, using his impetus shot onto Ace.
It's gonna try to force out that reincarnation. We'll just get it very easily. He's still sticking around. Tuskar's coming in as well. There's a stun. The snowball's gonna pick him up. Shards blocking in Ace. Can they kill him a second time? He's very close to that blink dagger. This is gonna be a huge kill. He does kill it. He bought a blade mail instead.
Oh, blade mail is nice this game. I mentioned LC getting a blade mail, but Wave King can also get a blade mail here. There's a lot of physical damage you want to return, and especially the Enchantress impetus. That would be great. It deters him from trying to hit you.
Okay.
But so far so good for TNC still. They couldn't hold the tier 1 bottom, but they got a really huge kill here on the Wraith King.
Again, Fata though, getting the last hit on a couple of kills, and now the tower last hit as well. He is very close to his blink dagger.
He's gonna move top to defend tower.
Yeah, overwhelming auto is huge in this game. Not gonna fire it out just yet. Enchantress laying it in.
So Armel is almost having his Kaya. That's like a huge item in this early in the game. With the draw aura, Storm can pretty much, I think, solo kill. Yeah, definitely can solo kill the Arc Warden. Can solo kill the Ogre, the Dark Wheel. All these heroes die. The Dark Wheel can maybe survive with the Shadow Realm TP, but he has a lot of damage now. That's what's gonna happen here on this Storm.
Yeah, Team Secret seems like they need to play as a group, or else this Storm is gonna find a lot of picks.
But they kind of want to farm, so they want to spread, but with people protecting each other. Like the Dark Wheel and the LC are the heroes. Once the LC has Dagger, he should be like trying to follow maybe the Arc Warden. So if the Storm comes to try and kill him, he has the spell to the debuff to remove from the Vortex and try to turn it around with the duel. Same goes for the Dark Wheel with the Terrorize. So the game plan of Secret right now is, even though they have to be close up together, but they have to try to farm as much as they can. And try to use the Dark Willow and LC to protect the important cause. And maybe Ogre can do some warding, running around, break smokes, you know, Ogre stuff.
Position 5 stuff.
Yeah, more position 5. Yes.
Well, TNC Invis Rune pop, but there is a sentry already placed. Let's see if they could turn it around, but Armel says, alright, I'm gonna just farm these creeps. A very passive game here, giving a lot of time for Team Secret to get those early items that they want and need. Ace, farming in the opponent's jungle, runs into Tim's, but everyone will just back off.
Yep, TNC is just doing the right thing right now. They're just farming every single area. They have this whole area is theirs, pretty much. They farm everything here.
Oh, Blink Tool is gonna start on the top lane on Armel, jumped right into the bosom of this Legion commander.
Oh, that's the reveal of the Blink, and they get a much valuable kill onto the Storm Spirit. Wata was really patient. I think he waited there for 1 minute at least for that kill. He understands that the Storm wants to play this area because he feels like he doesn't know that the LC has a blink.
Right.
So he feels like nobody can actually stun and control him. So that was really good patience there by Fata.
And TNC now, knowing that there is a Legion blink on the field, how do they have to adjust? Do they just farm much more defensively now? They can't go past that line that you drew earlier?
I mean, they can still go past the line, just the Storm, and he has to just be careful. Or they're gonna push out the lanes with the Prophet Treants if they want to be absolutely safe. But I think at the end of the day, they still want to, you know, get what they can, get as much as they can out of the map, because they're gonna need to hit this timing where they get the Oroshan. They try to pressure, because you don't want to go into ultra late game. I think against them, like the Wraith King, the Arc Wardens. You want to like try to end the game like maybe around 25, 30, maybe maximum 35, 40 minutes. You don't want to go into the super late game scenario.
It feels like Drow will have a pretty bad core matchup against things like Wraith King, LC, and...
Yeah, Wraith King, LC, all these heroes, and even the Dark Wheel is really strong. But Storm is their best like ultra late game hero. But I feel like Storm can die easily because they have this like strong disables, the dual, Terrorize.
Yeah. Until it gets Lincoln, which he is working on right now.
We'll see how the game plays out here. 15-minute bounty runes being picked up. Secret tries to smoke towards the bounty rune, but it's gonna be a tad too late here. They're not gonna arrive, and Prophet TP's bottom, places a ward, steals the
Takes the
bounty.
bounty, yeah. Good stuff, and he ports home very quickly.
Yep, Wraith King is gonna realize, oh, someone went here, definitely Prophet.
Secret smoked up, wanting to use that Blink LC again, but
they have the Midas on Arc Warden now, so I'm not sure if they want to play too aggressive. They want to like make sure they protect each other. They try to go for some pickoffs, but I think they don't really want to, you know, go all out aggressive because they just got a Midas on Arc.
yeah, so
a bit.
I do want to ask you about the Arc Warden build as we see TNC smokes up. We see like two school of dot, right? You have the Midas build that other players like Resolution has gone for, whereas EG's Arteezy has gone for like Shadowblade, Treads, a very kind of believe in Blade Mail, just like very fighting oriented Arc Warden builds. Any thoughts on the two builds? And oh, maybe we'll ask you again later because TNC really aggressively trying to invade. Well, they do see Ace farming, but they don't want to go on Ace.
I think this game you kind of maybe want to consider Silvage.
Oh, that dot here. Tim's gonna run right in, and now they're gonna go jump straight onto mid one. Mid one dropping low, and he is gonna go down. Terrorize will get cancelled, and TNC will keep on going further. They see Puppy, and they want the captain on the back line though. Storm again using the weapons mana. The buyback here coming out from mid one. Ace taking quite a bit of damage. They don't want to trigger his reincarnation. Armel jumps through the hoops, and he is out of there.
Good discipline here by TNC.
They get 2 buyback from Team Secret and 2 kills.
They want to protect their team because if they don't buy back, everyone would die. Will just die there. But TNC realizes what's happening. It's backed off. Nothing of value was lost. Profit is a support. Yeah, absolutely happy with that. And this buyback from the Arc Warden is definitely very costly.
He does have the Midas, and his farm is very accelerated. But yeah, like Arc Warden when you go this build on Arc Warden, it feels like you need like 2 to 3 items.
Yeah, that was really bad because I mentioned they need to cover each other. LC was like standing in the trees trying to protect the Arc Warden, but he got jumped, and then Storm did not follow up on the jump on the LC. He just went for the Arc one because he knew the LC cannot save him anymore.
Right.
And they were just able to kill both of them right away. That was just a good heads up play by Armel and the Tusk as well. Hims utilizing all this vision. Man, this vision is like so good. They are able to pinpoint the exact locations of most of Secret members and able to, you know, decide which area to take the fight on. They're moving to top because they saw 2 heroes. I think maybe they saw 3 heroes bottom with the ward. So they're moving top. You know, Yapzor is alone.
Yapzor a pretty hard kill because he could just Shadow Realm.
If they pull him into the silence, he's just dead.
It's hard to pull him into the silence before he activates Shadow Realm. So that's the Secret lifts the tier 2. Let's see if they can actually defend it. The rest of Secret rotating in again. Smoked up here on the Legion Commander. Bata looking for a target. Sees Storms on the mid lane. Maybe no, he's gonna just go south. Pick up a haste rune if he wants.
I think that they're gonna just wait here. No.
Secret playing very defensively here.
But they don't really have much of a choice though. They are on the back foot here. They have to try to either go for a pickoff or they have to protect the mid one Arc Warden when he's farming.
And he's going for a halberd.
Oh, who? Huh?
No, he's not. No, he is.
Albert?
On mid one. Double disarm.
Very interesting.
Very interesting.
So he's pretty much just trying to survive right now. He knows the Storm is going to be able to jump in very easily in the fight, so trying to tank up and just build survivability. But this is very interesting. It could work very well.
Yeah, so earlier I was asking you about the 2 school of thoughts here. Like, do you go the Midas or not? Because once you go the Midas on Arc Warden, you just don't fight for the next 10 to 15.
I mean, even though I don't like Midas in general right now, but I do think Midas feels like it's an item that Arc Warden you want to buy on the hero, you know.
It's kind of like part of the core, right? It's almost like BOT on Tinker.
Yeah, but I've seen other players like I think Thompson, he doesn't buy Midas on the hero as well. He buys like can't remember his build, but he just goes like fighting build, like Shadow Blade, I think Silvage if needed. Just very different builds, you know. The Midas is like more of the traditional.
Oh, they will find Tim's. Tim's gonna look for a snowball away. He will run into Puppy and into a duel.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Bounty runes. Guess what? Kuku's down there. Picks up one.
Steals one. He doesn't have a teleport scroll though, and now he they know exactly that he's been stealing these bounty runes. And that should be an easy kill here for Team Secret.
So that's two important kills there for Secret. Even though they are just supports, they have to get something, you know, for their heroes because they have not been farming very efficiently for the past few minutes. So that's gonna cut the lead, the 2k. The Midas is, like you said, starting to kick in. So mid one has recovered some of his farm after that buyback earlier.
And now secondary blade mail's finish on Fata as well. So these cores on the side of Team Secret are starting to...
You should be able to solo kill the Storm. The Storm is a bit... Maybe he needs more help. He's pretty tanky. But Drought he definitely can solo kill.
And speaking of Drought, Raven has been essentially missing from the map the whole game. He's just farming.
Giving aura.
Yeah, that's his surviving.
And oh yeah, we don't really talk about the active component of the precision aura too much. Because it allows his team, like you push the lane, it allows your team to smoke and get pick offs easier. because the waves are always pushing out. So this is something that I don't think it's discussed enough when Drow is picked.
Kind of a positional way to play a Drow with the aura. I mean, let's not.
I mean, it's not just a positional way. It just allows your team to make because of the creep wave that's always shoved up.
Also, we've seen Enchantress double pushing with siege unit, and of course the Drow aura helps a lot with that as well.
And TNC is just desperately looking for a timing where they can do the Roshan. There's so much damage, but they just need to find the opening.
Fortunately though, on the bottom side for TNC, it is very pushed in thanks to the skeletons of Wraith King.
And once again, I want to talk about this vision where Secret they're losing. You remember the early game wards that I highlighted to you?
Yes, across the river and line.
They have it here, this area, one here. I don't think you see me drawing, but...
I'm looking over your monitor, I see it.
Yeah. They have the earlier one around the same area. It shows you about the concept and the principles they have about vision when they are losing or they're winning. So that's why I always pay a lot of attention towards how teams work when they're losing, when they're winning. What are the kind of visions they are trying to make?
Big smoke gank up onto the top.
They do have the
jungle.
Lincolns on Storm right now, so the duel on him is unlikely. Possible but unlikely.
It's a very deep dive here. Cuckoo gonna drop the vision now. Arman jumps right in. Gus hits onto 2 and they want mid one. Mid one very tanky, but will he survive? No, he will not. On the outside, Samh putting in that damage. Armel out of mana at this point, but will just run away. The Bramble Maid's keeping him locked down. Looks like they will lose the Storm Spirit. So far, 2 for 2 with the reincarnation triggering, but they will get Raven as well. Or will they? Raven on the run, but yeah, with so many heroes and a Yule Scepter available, they should be able to control him. He runs away, Cursed Crown, but detection? Do they have more?
They have one more sentry. He should be dead.
Alright, they drop the sentry, and there's that stun. Very nicely done here by Team Secret.
That fight was all Yazid, man. Mostly Yazid. He carried that fight. Our didn't do much apart from tanking. Yazid did like so much damage in the fight. Let's see, 2,000 damage. Actually, Wraith King also did close to 2,000 damage.
Radiant's middle
And
tower
LC
is
pretty
under
much just
attack.
he dueled and killed the Prophet.
Top lane, they want Puppey as well, the Cuckoo right. Already back in the fight, TP out. Looks like he will be able to make it. I think the drums perhaps was a little bit too late to be activated. Cuckoo now caught. And no, he ports home. Alright.
And Radiance completed on Wraith King. That is huge. Very huge this game.
Starting to worry for TNC in terms of the damage output or their survivability. It seems like they're not surviving long enough to do the damage.
They have to get BKBs.
Yeah.
Dark Widow's only doing too much damage in the fight. They see the ward. I think they see the ward. Cause he went a little too close there and Storm was on the... Pretty sure they saw it. See what it soon. 3 sentries being brought out here to Tim's. Still working on his blink. Very important that the Tusk gets a blink against the LC. So you can always blink and save the duel. Any other important items coming up? Enchantress finished the Monkey King bar with Dragon Lance. So he has a lot of damage provided he survives in the team fight. So
Samh doesn't seem like he's being focused. A lot of attention put onto the Drow and Storm.
And it's not easy for him to go into the team fights and dish out damage because of all this disable, the stuns from Wraith King, Ogre. Well, I guess the duel probably also a thing, but I think he wants to duel the Drow or the Storm as much as possible.
Well, let's not forget about Magnetic Field as well. Pretty decent counter.
That is true, but he has MKB now.
Yeah.
This will do.
That's why he rushed it.
Radiant
And I think
are scared.
overall, I feel like TNC is still in a decent position. They picked up 2 bounty runes at least, and key items coming up. I still think they have enough damage. They just don't have the means to to stand and survive against all these magic bursts coming out from the Dark Willow and the other nukes from the other heroes.
Both teams smoked up here. TNC
Dire are scanning.
looking for yet another engage. Scan will clip Samh. And TNC running towards the tier 2. Oh, they're gonna have the disadvantage when it comes to fighting in the high ground.
Dire's
And
bottom
Prophet is
tower
gonna
is
try
under
to
attack.
get this tier 1, which is gonna
Dire's
succeed.
bottom
Split the
Okay.
map.
They will see
Oh, they see
Fata.
Fata?
Yeah. Hard to make that jump. Again, they don't have the BKB, so Terrorize is gonna be huge. Stormster jumps for an Arcane Rune. That's half of his mana pool. And now the fight begins. They will find a duel, and it's gonna be Tusk Getting caught out.
Oh, this is bad. This should mean a tower, I presume. Oh, he has buyback, so maybe they will consider to buy back and defend this tower. They have all the ultimates up. Storm is really strong right now with the arcane rune. I think they want to fight.
Yeah,
consider the buyback.
Seems like it. They ping out mid one. They want to jump. Okay, there's silence onto. Ooh, nice damage output, and now the jump's gonna come in. Armel gets completely control right now. Armel will zip away for now. Very low in terms of HP though. Ace taking quite a bit of damage. Enchantress getting disarmed, cannot actually output his damage. Ace jumping back in. There's gonna be a terrorize. Ace will trigger his reincarnation. They will lose Sam H, and now it's gonna be Tim's die backing as he will go down. Storm though making a zip again, going on mid one and bountiful. Running low and fast. They're looking for the mid one kill. They will finally get it, and again Armel will survive and zip away. Zippity zap he goes, but on the back line, the duel will find Cuckoo. Secret still winning this engagement.
Oh, this Halberd is actually doing so much work, man.
I mean, it's not only the HP, the disarm in the beginning, also saving Ace for quite a bit.
The disarm on Sam H, that was the big thing there. And followed up by a terrorize. Yep, they have so much like disable slash soft control on their heroes.
I just don't think
without the BKBs,
yeah.
they can't output it. They have a lot of damage, but they can't output the damage.
They just need double or triple BKB.
I think triple BKB.
Storm long zip here across the map, and can he get the kill? Yes, he can. Armel. That is some perfect math calculation.
Oh, Dark Willow is here, but he has a lot of mana remaining. Not sure if they can.
He's out of there. And now Roshan, no LC to disrupt this. Rest of TNC with that Medallion of Courage.
Yep, this is the all-important opening. No thanks to Armel here. Getting the LC kill and giving his team this opening.
And that's a scary thought, having an Aegis on this Storm.
The Storm is the issue right now for Secret, so I feel like... But their best way of killing him is the duel. He's gonna have to get the Halberds before he can duel the Storm, or he has to rely on like... But it's like not reliable to have the Wraith King to break the Linkers because it's like...
Cursed Crown maybe?
Yeah, Cursed Crown. Cursed Crown is like
insta-cast.
the best one. Or the Flux. But it's still like, he's gonna be jumping around, he's not gonna be reliable, so if he has the Halberd on his own, then it's easier for him to break it. But we'll see how the next few fights go, because now Storm has Aegis. I don't think Secret feels too comfortable to fight it. They're gonna get an AC on Wraith King, which is gonna be huge for them against all this physical damage. I think Puppy's building a Crimson or something. I saw a Buckler earlier. There's a Buckler.
I mean, Puppy just loves that value Buckler.
Yeah, but Crimson is great this game. If you can get a Crimson on the support, that would be awesome.
Speaking of Bucklers, Cuckoo turned his Buckler into a mech.
Yep, the two supports are just like having all the team items.
Yeah.
I feel like this is an aspect of the game that it's not discussed enough. You need to have a hero that buys like all these team items. It's very important. Because I mentioned you can have a draft that's not balanced, that's lacking maybe stuns, lacking team fight, then you have to buy the items to cover up the weakness that your draft has. Which Cuckoo is doing a good job here so far with the mech, drum, the urn, the medallion. All these items helps the team fights.
Raven closing in on his BKB. Just a couple hundred go away. Sam H.
Yeah, that's huge. BKB would be very, very big for the Drow Ranger here. And the pike would allow him to kite the LC or the Wraith Kinglet away from him. So Drow is going to be able to output a serious amount of damage in the upcoming fights.
Got it. Here I am.
Storm finished the Orchid as well. So this is also huge. He's going to be able to kill the Arc Warden easier now with more damage available, and obviously the silence you want to use it on the Dark Willow, but Dark Willow has the Yields.
Yeah.
But he's gonna try to set up kill. He wants to set up a kill for his team with the Yields into a Bramble, Terrorize. So maybe he's gonna find an opening to kill him when the Yields is down.
Rest of TNC backing off for now. They still have the Aegis for a couple more minutes. Yep. But it doesn't seem like they wanna fight into Secret.
Not that easy. Still, you know, Secret has a lot of items on there, like the AC completed, and then the Halberd, like we saw in the previous fights, they are doing a lot against especially the Enchantress. They have to find a good opening. They can't rush to find an opening. They need to be patient, find a good one. Like one bad fight, their draw lineup will fall apart, you know. And Armel zipping, zapping, using all his mana, clears the creep wave. I think they are Going to try and look for the opening soon with this Aegis.
Is under attack.
You definitely want to at least take a fight with this. You don't want to waste the duration of the Aegis. Prophet building into a blade here. Useful against the Dark Willow especially.
Sure.
Enchantress, I think he's still unsure what he wants, but I feel like he needs to buy BKB. I don't think buying anything else would help, because it's not about the damage. It's not about like being able to kill people faster. It's about being able to output the damage and survive in the team fights. Like sure, you don't see Enchantress buy. It's not like a common item on Ench, you know. But I feel like he needs it this game.
Generally, Enchantress stays so far away that she's generally not the focus of the fight.
But this time, this game is like the Halberd is owning him. He needs to get the BKB off before the Halberd touches him to output damage. And not get jumped by the Dark Willow or even the Wraith King stance LC. He dies very easily without the BKB.
Gonna be a secret smoke here, and I do believe the Aegis is timing out really soon.
Let me check. Yeah, soon, very soon.
Yeah, so maybe Secret is timing it so that when the Aegis runs out, that's when the fight begins. Tim's in a very good spot. They see Armel, he jumps away. Cuckoo looks like he will get caught now. He jumps right in. Terrorize is gonna be there, and Storm Spirit still okay for now, just tanking everybody. He will take down Puppy on the back line though. That's gonna be a Curse Crown hitting onto two. Big one here. Sam H will stop another teammate. Dark Willow, that's support, just soloing the whole team. On the back line here, Armel, his Aegis is gonna trigger soon.
Cuckoo pops the buyback. I think that's gonna, deter Secret from further pursuing the matter. But oh my god, that Dark Willow!
The Absor just solo 2 heroes zoning them away. But we are seeing the power of that Storm as well. He just dove into 4 heroes. Of course, Aegis allowed him to do that, but
he killed just a support.
He killed just a support.
He dove into the team, but he only can kill a support.
Well, hard to kill through things like magnetic field.
On top of that support is actually pretty tanky. He has Buckler, he has Medallion, he has 1500 HP. And if you look at their talents as well, so because the game is like passive farming, the Ogre and Dark will both have GPM talents. That's gonna be very helpful for getting more team items in the future. Especially I talk about the Crimson. Could be a good option here for him. He's going to go for a 4-star after the Medallion, which is also very useful to to kite.
It's so good versus Storm because you just make him commit more mana, more time to force kills. Also Dark Willow with that 90 GPM.
Oh, what, he almost has Hex?
Yeah, he's working on it.
Jeez.
I mean, Yapzor is don't forget that he's also one of the secret carries on the team.
He's like DJ, like similar to DJ's playstyle. His playstyle is much more greedier, much more flashy, takes more farm, and they do a lot of things in the game. And Dark Willow, Windrunner, those are perfect heroes for these kind of players.
BKB being worked on Armel. We talked about the importance of BKB, and this one will block.
Okay, they have a BKB on Ench soon.
Okay.
He almost has it.
And that's gonna be the next timing for TNC, right?
So he doesn't get killed by the support.
Triple BKB for TNC. There's a lot of things that will block. Of course, we talked about the double Heaven's Halberd from the Arc Warden. There's a Hex coming soon as well. Mid one has now added a Mjolnir.
And Secret once again grouping up, understanding that they can't split up against this Prophet and Storm. There's very high chance of someone getting caught out. They're just like using the Skeletons to push as much as they can, and the Arc Warden clone, or whatever you call it, Tempest Double. Tempest Double. Oh, he has the Hex. Wait, the support has a Hex right now.
And they're just riding that momentum. Skeleton Bros in the front line. Okay, zipping in here. Armel will get his Lincoln broken. Nice pressy attack here.
They don't really want to force the issue too much because Roshan is about to spawn anytime.
Yep.
They don't want to take a bad fight, give away Roshan. That is like the worst thing you want to as Secret. You want to still control the map.
Radiant are scanning.
Try to do what they've been doing the whole game. The LC and the Dark Willow, they are usually covering the Arc Warden most of the time. Then Ogre's like trying to put wards down. They can't afford to give away like all this any pick off right now. Cause like I mentioned, you die, you lose the fight, more or less means Roshan is gone. And there's Aegis Chiefs this time.
Storm carrying the gem for now, looking for any stray wards. They just picked up
He
one.
has a BKB too on the Storm.
Yeah,
now.
he is incredibly powerful. But again, though, it's
He still dies, you know, in one duel. Right? I think he still has to be careful.
also I'm just thinking, who can he kill through his BKB? It seems like can you still just jump on the mid one and force the kill?
You should. If Enchantress BKB and they manage to pull the real arc on it.
Armel gonna get dueled up and the Hex. Everybody laying the stun. Terrorize just a zoning one, and he drops a gem as well. That's a huge pick. 80 seconds without buyback.
Did they smoke because there was a ward? That was a lane ward.
Yeah, they must have smoked. Team Secret now breaching high ground. Jumping in. Nice. Yes, Brown, he does not. Samage forced to activate his BKB. Ace taking quite a bit of damage, but he's going to be fine. That's a 10-second BKB being baited out. That's 1 minute without the Storm. Secret sieging from low ground thanks to mid one's high DPS output. And they will take down this tier 3 at least. Not going for the Roshan just yet. Team Secret.
They want to offer the buyback.
Yeah,
and I think they kind of feel like maybe he doesn't have buyback because he hasn't used it for so long.
yeah, and that now this guarantees it. No buyback. 42 more seconds. And looks like they're saying, look, no buyback. We're going to take another lane of Rex. Bata starting up on the top lane. The damage is real here. More skeletons being made here for Ace. That's going to be double lane just off of one catch. Very, very brutal punish.
Skeleton damage and double skeleton spawn. There you go.
2 lane of Rex. Oh, TNC in
just like that.
a terrible shape.
I mean, on the bright side of things, he does have the BKB. He didn't use it, so it's still a 10-second charge. He's still very strong in the upcoming fights.
Oh man, that's an incredible silver lining, Winter.
It's what they have right now.
Cuckoo. Okay.
They did manage to place a ward. Oh no, he just wants to scout the Roche.
Yeah, he made a lot of trees and TNC has to win the upcoming fight. They have a shot.
They have to get this Roche in place.
They're gonna just start it. Alright. Sneak it. Let's see if they can. Meanwhile, this tree is just like being chased and baiting. And Ace just blinks right in. BKB gets activated, but that's an Abyssal Blade. And now Ace going right onto Raven. He didn't activate his BKB, and Samage is going to die as a result. He doesn't have buyback. Storm on the back line will activate the BKB, but after he got disarmed, so that BKB is just going to get wasted. On the right side, Cuckoo getting found out. He is going to get brought out as well. Secret overwhelming TNC. And they're going to get that Aegis. They're going to get that cheese.
Unless Storm steals it. He has to try. He has to try. Can they give him vision here? Possible with the sigil?
Maybe some Treants running in.
Sigil, Treant, anything? No.
Storm's out of mana. Yeah, he just gives up on the steal.
I mean, this probably means the game is just gonna be over. How are they gonna fight the Aegis and Chiefs?
Couple of late activation on BKBs. Samage also didn't
use his. I don't think he used the BKB.
No, he didn't. He just got stunned by Wraith King and then died. I mean, if you look at the way that Secret has itemized it, we talked about the importance of itemization. They have so many ways to break Lincolns or insta Hex, insta Abyssal Blade disable. It just, if you time BKB a split second too late, you're dead.
Yeah, and I feel like, even though I wasn't sure about the Halberd, I think the Halberd actually won them the game on mid one. Because he won them the earlier fights, it allowed him to survive. Or maybe some fights take longer time to die,
Sure.
and his team was able to win the fight with the double Halberd. That's amazing. You learn something new every game.
Bottom shrine has fallen.
Midas Halberd BOT was his build this game. Into
And he has a
Mjolnir.
BKB now. Just wants to survive because he understands that there is enough damage across the board. Wraith King is doing a lot. Dark Widow's doing a lot.
Yeah.
We've seen it time and time again.
Even the Legion.
Yeah.
118 dual damage already. Legion holding on to the cheese for now, and this is gonna be the last stand for Team TNC. Of course, Secret could just safely siege. They have the heroes for this kind of stuff. Or they could just dive.
I mean, they have Wraith King for diving.
Yeah.
So
Armel jumping in here. He wants Puppy, and now the Lincoln gets broken. He gets dual immediately death. He buyback. And he just zipped in Armel. He's a man with vengeance, but essentially that death gained him nothing. As Puppy will just get healed up for now.
Well, they're just gonna heal, go back, regroup. That's discipline. Very, very important at the highest level.
Again, I just want to remind viewers, this game very important for both teams. Currently, TNC sitting at 7-7. This is their last series of the group stage. Team Secret 6-6. They have this one and another
Against Newbie.
Yeah. Currently, both teams are in the winner side of the group stage. But if TNC loses this series 0-2, then they could definitely drop out.
Their fate is no longer on their hands.
Yeah.
If that happens.
Begin.
For now, their fate is, you know, right at the edge of their hands right now. They're probably still
Maybe on their fingertips.
Yeah, still have to, you know, try and focus about their next game. They have one more game coming up against Secret.
Invisibility.
25k deficit here.
The only thing they can count on is right now is the Drow actually doing enough deeps, you know, in the fights somehow. But he hasn't been able to stand and right click for a long time because there's just like way too much damage overpowering him. The Art Warden, and because he doesn't have the MKB, the magnetic field is also owning him.
Yep. I mean, Ace also could just blink in and just Abyssal Blade. Like, he has no answer to that either. Team Secret forces out Glyph here. Rambo Maze keeping everyone back, and just look at the range damage output. Terrorize being threatened to be used. That's the last tier 3. Backdoor protection kicking in slightly a bit, and that Rax going down fast. Armel jumps in, trying to zone people away, and that's going to be Tibbs. First one to go down, Duel on the backline. He finds Cuckoo, just distraction here for the rest of his core to run in. Fata will die very quickly, but the Raxes have already gone down. That's Mega Creeps. Snowball going through, and you can see Raven trying to do whatever damage he can, but it's just not enough. Raven will activate the BKB finally. Storm zipping in, trying his best to kill as many people as possible. He gets hexed up here, and that's going to be a GG call as Team Secret breaks TNC.
What a game actually. Still by both teams demonstrated very good early game in the lanes with their picks, the way they played the early game. Storm played a really good early game as well until he got caught a few times.
That one catch on the mid lane where he got hexed, that was 2 lanes of Rax immediately, no buyback on Storm. That was
They pop the cheese as well. Zai is going to die, and meanwhile the turnaround, they find themselves the kill.
TNC Predators turn to ban.
Be against Secret, which also would decide their fate, because if newbie needs at least 1 point to tie TNC. But if newbie, worst case scenario, if newbie 2-0 Secret, then TNC will be on the losers bracket.
Yeah, there could be a tiebreaker situation as well, which will be broadcasted after all the groups games have been played. So likely that will happen.
So we see this PR ban once again in the first phase.
10 seconds remaining.
Removing one of like TNC's favorite bread and butter hero. Even though the hero doesn't have like a lot of success in the group stage, but still, you know, Secret are
TNC Predators turn
using the bans specifically against their opponents. Taking away their comfort heroes, and the Arc Warden being banned out. Wow, that's
respect.
That is respect.
Or fear, depending on how you look at it. Both. Gonna be Sam H. Marana. I gotta say, I mean, we casted a bunch of TNC game now. It just feels like they have a pool of very predictable heroes.
Doesn't matter if you play it well.
True. Oh, they're gonna have to play well here.
So Secret went for the Ogre Arc Warden the last time, so that's not available. But they seem to, I feel like they seem to prioritize this kind of like lane bully. And Undying, Ogre, Bane, yeah. They want to have this kind of heroes in their pool.
Silencer, okay.
TNC Predators turn
And Bloodseeker.
Yeah, Bloodseeker's great against Mirana. That's one. Silencer is a hero that I think it's up and rising position 5 hero.
Yeah.
Very difficult to take the team fights against Silencer. Pretty decent laning, I say. Not the best laning, but he's not weak at the same time. I think we talk about this the bench against the Bloodseeker a lot. You can't really swap the teammate. You can't. I mean, you kind of can, but you might kill him. So not the best hero to save against the Bloodseeker, but it's more so that the bench has a lot of value. You know, Roshan, the minus armor, the damage output that you can do.
I think that's the dual lane that TNC generally always likes to run, the Venge Mirana.
Venge Mirana. Stun, get hero. That's what they are looking to go for, but Bloodseeker doesn't have to go there. You know, Bloodseeker could be mid. And we've seen Bloodseeker off lanes as well. Pretty much like any lane hero. Maybe not jungle. Maybe not jungle.
Jungle, not really considered as a lane. Although Team Serenity might disagree. As a use the jungle.
You use whatever you have.
True.
Doesn't matter if it's not in the lane.
10 seconds remaining.
What I would give to see more Serenity
5
games.
seconds remaining.
You know, one thing that's good, one hero that's great against Silencer and Bloodseeker would be Clockwork, but we don't get to see the hero at all. Did we even see it once the whole event?
Nangrata.
Oh yeah, he played it once. But that hero is like Nangrata plays like Night Stalker, Clockwork. He plays like the non-meta heroes, and that's probably why they're not doing so well. They've been stuck to things that they feel comfortable. Sometimes comfort pick is not enough to win. If the comfort picks is not good picks in the meta.
Team Secret takes out the Weaver, which traditionally Bloodseeker is very good against. I guess they just don't want to deal with it in the lane. Weaver, one of the strongest laners.
Like I told you last game, the laning is almost everything right now. It comes to your mind first. Is the laning phase bad? Like the other bad things comes later. You worry about it later.
Like you tell me every game, every draft. Lane is king right now. Alright, they take out the Prophet, which honestly Cuckoo did a lot last game with the Prophet. Not just in the lane, but also
avoiding, stealing bounty runes.
Yeah. Just a very good hero to have.
It's a comfort hero as well, I would say, for them, like for the way they play, because TNC focuses a lot on the lanes. They tend to sacrifice a lot of the draft balance just to get better lanes. So removing that is, I think, pretty important against TNC to not allow them to play the kind of Dota that they want to play.
Yapzor will be piloting the Dark Willow again. Pretty spectacular performance last game.
Yeah, it worked. Why change?
10 seconds remaining.
This hero just, it does so much damage.
5 seconds remaining.
Imagine when Sam H died from full to nothing just from a support.
Yeah, also just like makes team fight really awkward positional wise for your team. You gotta dodge Chris Crown and Rambo Maze is there.
There's a lot of CC crowd control.
I wonder if Dark Willow will get nerfed after TI. Just Hero has a lot to her kit and very good.
She feels like the Earth Spirit.
Yeah, she
but
really
Earth
does.
Spirit is another thing. Back then when Earth Spirit was really strong, Earth Spirit really did everything. But Dark Willow kind of feels the same way because you have an escape, you have damage, you have AoE, you have a stun. You don't have a slow, but you have a stun, you have a root, and you have the fear.
And I would say Dark Willow solo kills much better
of
than...
course. But Earth Spirit is just I think overall better in the team fights because he can. It's easier for him to land like multi stuns compared to Dark Willow. Dark Willow is a bit random sometimes,
Ooh, Nyx Assassin.
That's a great hero against the Dark Willow.
Okay.
Great hero at killing the silencer as well, abusing the silencer.
Also stunning the Bloodseeker when he's throwing out his blood rights everywhere.
Discouraging you from getting Radiance, probably. You want to get BKB, maybe Blade Mail BKB. This Radiance sucks against the Carapace.
This looks like a position for Nyx Assassin, but technically they could swap.
It could be offlane Nyx or position. I mean, if offlane Nyx, it means the Mirana is like mid or carry.
I do expect it to be Tim's though.
Yeah, it's either Tim's or Sam H. I think both of them really like playing this hero. I guess it depends on the draft. If they feel like Secret has a lot of heroes that are like say really bad against the Nyx, then you probably think about whether you should promote the Nyx to a core position because you feel the Nyx can do a lot in the game. So that's something that you would consider, I feel. So Wraith King, once again, is a great hero all around. Even though you're up against the mana burn from Nyx, but you have that level 20 talent.
Yeah, it almost feels like mana burn's not even a thing against Wraith King, right? Technically he can cast his ult when he's out of mana.
5 seconds remaining.
No fear into the Nyx.
I mean, it's just a great hero, with Dark Willow. The synergy in the lane is there, it's like very strong. Even though the last time they didn't really lane together, Ace actually laned with Puppy and the Ogre, but I still feel like Wraith King and Dark Willow, the stun into the root and the follow-up damage is just way too much.
And they lost that lane, right? Like I think Team Secret, one other thing that they did very well last game was when they were behind, they were turtled up very well behind their wards.
Oh, this is a great pick. I've been hyping up this hero a lot and like, this hero is first phase hero, but we don't really see him being picked a lot. We see him being banned in the first phase in some of the games, but I feel like this hero is like super strong because he can be played support. And last game, spoiler alert, but VG beat VP in the first game of that series with a support Ursa. I think Ursa is great because he's a lane bullier, a lane dominator, plays multiple roles, support, offlane, mid, carry. That's why I feel the hero can be picked early, and you're not too worried if you ask about what if he gets countered. People pick like some hero like Veno, whatever, to kite him, and then you just put him as support if you feel like he's getting countered. Yeah, that's the beauty of like opening with multi-role heroes.
And in this game, Ursa is gonna have such a lane advantage versus Bloodseeker, Wraith King.
You want Ursa to lane against the Bloodseeker. That's the best matchup he has here. Bully him. If it's a 1-against-1 mid matchup, that would be great for them. And like you said also, he's great against the Wraith King. So if Wraith King is off lane and Ursa is the carry, then that would be a great lane for him too.
One thing I like about Ursa is not only do you dominate the lane, you also could transition into threatening the Roshan very early on. It kind of makes team react very differently and ward differently around the Roshan pit.
There's just like added advantage because like no other supports, not many supports can actually do Roshan. Okay, if you talk about Roshan, it's like supports bench with the minus arbor. Undying is also a premier one with the flash column, but the rest of the supports don't really do Roshan, don't really help with the Roshan.
Maybe Naga with the song, but that's kind of like...
No, you want to be able to kill the Roshan fast, because Roshan is very hard to kill now after all the buffs that he's...
That's definitely true.
So it's definitely like a huge thing if you have Ursa on your side.
Whatever happened to that Slaughter? We don't see him anymore.
Don't know, he just doesn't feel... I played him some, like 1 or 2 games like a month ago. Feels like... I don't know, he doesn't feel like he's that great. Like he's in between, kind of like in between where he has a decent lane. He can tank, he can trade, but then he needs to farm. He's like a lane lane bullier in some ways. Like he's actually pretty good in a 2 against 2 lane, like 2-1-2 setup. But there's a lot of heroes that does it better than him. And he feels like he really needs dagger to function as a support, where right now you don't really see those kind of supports as much. You see like supports like that don't really need farm. Like Dark Wheel, even though she's great with farm, but even she doesn't really need like a blink or use to function. She still does a lot.
Brood Mother here from TNC.
Wait, what? Brood? I know Armel doesn't play Brood, but Raven is a Brood player. Yeah, Raven is a Brood player. So I think Armel is gonna play Ursa carry. Sam H doesn't play Brood too, so it's definitely Raven.
So Armel, Ursa,
10 seconds.
Sam H, Mirana.
Man, I'm not so sure about this though.
5 seconds remaining.
Why don't you think this is a good Brood game?
Because it's not really a comfort hero for them. It's not about whether it's a good Brood game. I think Brood can be picked anytime because she's that strong. But it's not their kind of hero.
And there's gonna be a mid one Kunkka.
Kunkka is great against Brood. Not only in the lane because you can catch him easily with the X mark.
Well, I think for TNC's sake, they need to mix their lanes a little bit up. Armel matching up against Kunkka might not be too bad.
True, that is true. But I kind of don't like Brood on the side lanes now though. I think Brood, you want to be mid because you're abusing the webs to farm the ancients and the camps nearby. If you're on I don't know, I think it's... I understand your point, I agree. Ursa will beat Kunkka, but then Brood is not efficient on the side lanes.
So laning versus efficiency. We'll see what TNC goes for.
Which is important. Laning is definitely very important.
Yeah.
But you're giving up a lot for Brood, and Brood... No, I don't know. I don't feel it's worth it because you farm so fast in the mid lane.
The other thing about Armel's Ursa is that it feels like no matter which lane he goes into, he's gonna run into a melee core, and he's gonna have the advantage there. So
Yeah,
that's
it's viable. He's gonna win one lane, one way or the other.
Ursa's a very powerful pick in that sense here.
So, setup. How are they gonna set this up? I think it's going to be, even though we've seen the Cuckoo bench with the Sam H Mirana a few times, this game we might see a Nyx with Mirana and the bench with the Ursa. I like the bench with Ursa more because that lane has much more kill potential compared to the Nyx and Ursa. Nyx has a stun, yes, sure, but the bench stun is much more reliable for the Ursa. And I mentioned this to you before, you kind of want range melee in the lane. So that the lane is much more balanced and stronger. If possible, not like every game, because the last game we saw like Secret decide to go with this
Raid King Ogre.
Yeah, Raid King Ogre.
Yeah. Alright, into the game we go. Any do you favor any draft? I know you don't like the Brood here, but
I don't like the Brood because TNC is not comfortable with the Brood.
Right. But do you favor, let's say, TNC's draft overall still?
Yes, I think overall I like their draft because they're gonna do well in the lanes, and then they're gonna have Roche, and they're gonna be able to. I think it's much more reasonable for them to, much more easier compared to last game, because it's like similar draft to last game where they have to win their lanes, snowball, get the Roshan with the draw lineup. But this time it's easier because they have Ursa and they have the Brood, because it's easier. So it's easier for them to snowball from that.
Okay, we are gonna get that 1v1 matchup mid here by Raven. Gonna walk in and set up a web real fast.
And scam the enemy and go to another lane.
I mean, you can say that, but what we see is Brood's item build, which is gonna be unfortunately a mid Brood build.
Oh, so it's not gonna be the lanes that I said. It's gonna be Nyx and...
It is gonna be double melee.
Yeah, double melee.
Okay.
But what are Secret gonna do? What is Secret gonna do with their lanes?
Vata's kind of aggressive here. He's gonna eat quite a bit of right click. Oh, but is it a bait here?
Joke's on you,
Rambo Maze is gonna be here, and Armel needs to run into the trees. He go. Okay, salve. And they see him salving thanks to Thirst. But now they're gonna go right on Tims. Tims does have an impale.
He didn't get Thirst.
Ooh, and he's dead.
He got Blood Rage actually.
Okay. Oh, he Blood Raged him. I was like, wondering why there's a red mark. Yeah.
But they still get the first blood. I think Tim's there a bit careless. Yep. He was trying to protect his core, which is the thing that you do as a support all the time. And
they're gonna just keep on triple laning here.
Like
they're gonna get him again.
They're gonna go behind. He has the TP. Oh, actually,
get him. There's the maze.
TP.
And Armel Okay, nice impale here. And again,
he has no self. Okay.
he's good walking
This is
home.
real bad.
Yeah.
But Sam, not Sam, HR. Tim's
like, dude, 3 lane.
Yep, gets the level. This is very important. You don't want to lose out on the XP. Bottom lane, the bench and Mirana against the silencer, Bloodseeker. Bench Mirana stronger definitely than the silencer plus Bloodseeker. But then again, when you talk about Bloodseeker, you're gonna discuss about, oh, look at the other lanes first. Are they low?
Yeah.
It's a lot of trading going on. Then the Bloodseeker's lane can be strong.
And we know that mid one on the mid lane is going to be able to constantly splash damage about. So Raven's going to take quite a bit of harass. Top lane though, we'll see if Secret could power up the Bloodseeker on the bottom side.
Yeah. But then again, they have to be very careful though, because Bench and Mirana, they can kill the silencer very easily.
Yeah, Puppy's positioning
Wait,
is...
I heard a TP? The TP?
It's the Ursa pointing back to the top lane.
Okay. So he's level 1. Nyx is almost level 2 as a result of the exchange. And here we see another Hellfire Blast onto Nyx. And another easy kill. This is the combination. The Bramble after the stun from the Wraith King. This is so much damage. Like level 1 Bramble does 140 damage. Plus the stun, it's like over 200 damage.
That's actually ridiculous.
And the right clicks. So the overall disable is like 2 second stun, and then the root after that. So there's a lot of disable and damage there. That's why I keep saying these two heroes, you want them to be together because it's so easy to kill the lane.
Yeah. Normally you don't see heroes like Ursa and Nyx struggling. They're very good laners.
And bottom lane, are they winning the bottom lane?
They have gotten the more range denies and last hits. And the glyph coming out here. Are they gonna make a go? Cuckoo taking a lot of right click here, but
Does he have a salve?
range deny?
Yep. Get the range deny.
We'll get it.
But so far so good for Secret. Safe lane. First he gets 8 CS. Mirana has 6 at the moment.
Top lane, another go here on Armel. He's dropping low, dropping fast. He will get brought down again.
This lane is unplayable for them because they can't fight him head on because of the exchange earlier. The Ursa went back to base. I think this lane is gonna. I feel like they can't even contest the lane at all. They can only try to, break even. Try to look to break even. That's not what you want with Ursa.
Yeah, Ursa, you want to be dominating. We said in the draft that he has a lane advantage, but it doesn't seem like it anymore.
At the moment, bottom lane is also going okay-ish. I mean, you kind of want to win the lane more if you're TNC with the bench and the Mirana, because you're the stronger lane here. But Bloodseeker's doing a good job at breaking even in this lane. Not even breaking even, actually pulling ahead in this lane.
And unfortunately for TNC, they haven't really found any way to force any kills just yet.
Yeah, and mid lane is gonna be the 5-5 farm lane, like 50-50 farm lane.
Yeah.
Which I feel would be fine with Secret. Because Kunkka has the ability to catch the Brute with the X mark later. Because when you talk about Brute, it's not only about dealing with her in the lane, he's having the ability to kill her when she's trying to juke around the trees and whatnot. And Kunkka has that.
Torn, not gonna hit on Raven.
And bottom lane, Coco gonna land a magic missile, leap arrow, should be an easy kill, and much needed kill for TNC here.
Level 1 Starstorm.
See Puppy running into just to go back to base and come back.
Alright, sure. I mean, he's out of mana. He was throwing out a ton of curse though.
That is the right move. That is it looks funny, but that was the right move to do to get ahead in the laning phase.
You definitely want your resources to be full as the 5-minute rune is coming up soon. There's going to be a lot of fighting going on.
Yep, Kuku picks up the Arcane Rune. Going to be ready to contest the Bounty Runes in 40 seconds. This rune should be TNC's rune because they have this bench Mirana dual lane. Their lane is much stronger. Oh, arrow gonna miss.
A little bit of miscommunication there. I don't think maybe they could have dove for it. Top lane though, looks like Bramble Maze combination has been used. TNC will survive through that one.
Okay, getting ready. Both teams getting ready for the.
Looks like arrow has hit on Ace, and they're bringing him low.
He has a salve. He's A-okay.
They have pushed him back, and now magical missile into arrow, and that should be enough.
Be careful. Kuku's gonna go down here, and the bounty runes.
The runes. Don't forget about the rune. Sandwich will leap across.
TNC gets the runes on the top side as well, so it's going to be 4 runes being picked up by TNC as a result of that exchange.
Not bad at all.
And also slowly catching back up in terms of CS in the lane too. He is up to 23.
Keep in mind that some of them are skeletons, so not giving them that
feels
much.
like he died twice.
Yeah.
And actually no, one time, but went back to base the other time and had the TP back out. So it feels like dying twice. But overall, the lane starting to stabilize for TNC.
Yeah, they're going on Armel, Bramble Maze, as well as the skeletons. He is taking so much damage. He will be able to run away for now. But that's just like another south line he uses by.
Yep, and Yabzo has been doing this. Cancel the south. Yabzo has been doing this more points in Bramble. You see, like I think more players do the Shadow Realm Max first as a position for Dark Willow. I kind of like the Max Bramble because of the especially with the Wraith King lane, because you have more disable duration, so the skeletons can have more time to hit you.
Bottom lane. Yeah, they're gonna go on Ace. Ace very tanky.
The stick charge.
Okay, we'll use it here.
And he is fast.
Puppy will go into the trees and
he has to go use the shrine, but like I said, overall he's happy. He's not winning the lane, but he's happy to be just a little bit behind. He's just trying to break even in this lane.
Meanwhile, the mid lane here, mid one pulling very far ahead, almost 1,000 net worth.
Oh, he is up so far ahead of the Brute.
Yeah, I mean, Spiderling is one thing, but I feel like I kind of like what you said earlier, right? Not a comfort hero for TNC.
Yep. I mean, against the Brute, the next thing you want to do is like you have wards around, maybe sentries to block the Ancients, if you can, so to limit the farm of the Brute when the supports can rotate. But right now they're gonna TP down. Kanka's gonna move bottom. Oh, it's gonna cancel his TP. He thought the fight was gonna happen. Yeah, but it's good enough. Sam Page is TP back to base, so it means free lane for Ace on the Bloodseeker. And this Ursa, despite catching back on the in terms of last hit, but like you said, most of it is the skeletons. And if you look at the net worth, he's 600 gold behind the Wraith King.
Yeah, he's gonna have phase boots, which is gonna give him a pretty decent laning boost.
Yeah, still he has to be very careful about the combination, the stun into the root. That does so much damage. Then after the root, the Curse Crown will prop. It's like so much disable. And if you look at the cooldowns as well, the stun is like 10 seconds. So after that, after the Curse Crown, there'll be another stun.
Bottom side of the map here, Ace taking double Starstorm. They will get the kill. Yapzor will pour in. Let's see if he can get a counter kill on Samage. Curse Crown not gonna land here. He will Shadow Realm forward, but instead he's gonna turn onto Cuckoo. Cuckoo pops the magic wand, full heal, and will survive.
Honka's moving top. He has a haste, but he's scouted out by the wards.
Torrent not gonna hit onto Ursa. Armel goes in the trees, and Midone will miss a gank. Meanwhile, now we got Raven diving onto the tier 1.
Glyph being popped up by TNC here, trying to protect the tower, but the tower is going to take a lot of damage. X Mark, Carapace being popped, both going to come. Seems like a dead Nyx.
Yeah, that is definitely a dead Nyx. They will take him down very easily.
And mid lane, can Raven capitalize on this movement by the Kunkka?
Not if there's going to be Kunkka teleporting right back after that gank. Looks like Yapzor has gone down on the bottom side.
Stun into arrow.
Oh, Fata will cut through the trees. There's going to be a clap. Unfortunately, great stun here for Fata.
Is under attack.
Still though, TNC putting a lot of pressure on the bottom side. The big difference is they're really unable to push after getting these kills.
I mentioned this to you before. It's very important that you are able to pressure the tower, because it's gonna ultimately force the enemy to rotate, and that was what is happening here. Like, the tower's almost down, 180 HP left.
Yeah, the Wraith King is so nice for that. The skeletons is
under attack.
He's going to rush a blink this game.
Okay. That makes sense. Doesn't have the LC to start the fights for him, so he's gonna have to do it for the team.
And on top of things, Bloodseeker, because Bloodseeker didn't have like the greatest time, so he's not gonna be moving as much. Usually you tend to move as Bloodseeker, but yeah, he needs to help the team more. Maybe Blink, Blade Mail, Radiance, No, probably not Radiance, because next Blink, Blade Mail, and see how the game goes. So runes, 2 runes apiece, or 3? No, 3 runes actually for TNC. 3 bounty runes to be precise. And look at the
Tim's fighting in the against mid one. X Torrent is gonna be there, and that should be easy, right?
Look at the wards of TNC. They have two wards in both of the runes. Bounty runes, we need to secure them.
And we got a ganking Broodmother joining the gank. Rupture being used on Mirana. Maybe they could turn it around here. Ooh, Mirana will take silence as well.
No terrorize yet.
Mid one's gonna get the X and both combination. Savage absolutely dead. Yeah, they will bring him down. On the bottom side though, looks like Broodmother going right onto Yapzor. Yapzor, Curse Crown is gonna hit on Raven. Raven in a tree right now. Spiderling's gonna give up the chase, and now the X marks the spot on the Broodmother. Broodmother now turning onto Puppy. He's gonna get brought back into the silence, but no big deal. He's just right-clicking with his ult. Takes a big cleave to the face thanks to a Tidebringer, but still getting a lot of HP back. Raven looks like he will finally go down. That means Cuckoo is also gonna get brought down. All of this giving Ace so much experience and gold. He will pick up that kill. Armel joins the party a little bit too late. That's a big secret victory.
And that's gonna give Dark Willow her level 6. She's level 7 now. Never mind. So that's a big boost in the damage and the disable in the next fight. Wraith King still hasn't used his ultimate. He's saving a skill point. So he has a dagger now.
Yep.
So Secret is reaching their first power spike of the game with their ultimates up.
Sentry is gonna be there, and he will run out of it.
Yep, he's fine. But that's still like a thing, you know, because the Nyx has you want to use your ulti to gank, and now he's like almost dead. He has to go back to base.
Yep.
Even though Grave King didn't kill him, he didn't die, but it's still like this is still damage done towards like the momentum of the game for TNC.
I gotta say the early game is looking terrible for TNC. They haven't really won the lanes that they needed to win.
I mean, they won the bottom lane, I say, the Bench and the VN.
Right, but your two huge lane dominator, your Brood and your Ursa, have lost their lanes, so it's just a really rough look for them.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Ursa is so far away from his blink. I think this is the bigger problem compared to the Brood, because Brood, if you win that lane, you're still farming.
Bottom side of the map, Global has happened, protecting that Bloodseeker. Ace is fine.
So Conquer has Armlet, Drums, and Face. Get the X mark. Tinks is the target again.
Yeah. Torrent very good against
the Carapace.
Yeah.
Because Torrent is a lot of
tiny instances.
tiny instances of damage.
Yeah.
It removes refraction. In this case, very good against the Carapace.
PNC just can't get anything started. This war will scout out our Mel farming if they want to go on him.
So Brood has Diffuser fairly soon.
Okay.
They should look to fight with that. Mirana doesn't really want to move so much. He wants to focus on farming. I think it's like the Dragonlance. They don't have Moonlight now, so on cooldown, but they have to make space for Armel to get himself back into the game now. He has no game right now.
Oh my god, the Spiderling kills.
But
nice terrorize, will push back the Nyx Assassin, as well as the Ursa, but it's not over just yet. Vengeful Spirit taking all of that Bedlam, and he's gonna go down. Yapzor just solo killing. Nice by Carapace, and now they're gonna turn things around here onto Armel. Arrow will miss. Starstorm coming in. They want Yapzor. Yapzor dropping low. He will not have this Shadow Realm, and now they will go the other side. Ace is coming back in. And can he actually win the right-click war? He's running out right now, but the Spiraling's chasing him down. Sam H will pick up a kill. That's going to be a double. Armel juking and running. He is going to get to the shrine. Mid one. Now also getting caught. Raven in the middle. All of this Diffusal Blade being delivered, but what a kill by mid one. He's toggling through most of this as well. Okay. Still alive.
No mana for webs.
He's fine. Mid one. Who is this man's right now?
But all in all, it was it a 2 for 2 trade? It was an even trade, right?
It's even trade, but I mean stylish, dude.
Style points, yeah.
Style points.
You gotta give him the style point.
That should be a category in the fantasy. Style points. Yep.
And you see once again this warding from Secret.
Okay.
One line. Cuts the map in half. Invaded the jungle with this vision because they saw the Ursa farming the jungle. They would have really loved to kill him, but he was able to live thanks to his team. Brave King didn't have to pop his ultimate. He's still going Radiance this game, despite the Nyx.
Mid1 knows that somebody's gonna go for the rune and just pops the drum. Oh, find a free kill.
Is he?
Or wait, or not. He's fine, he got the bracer. Ooh, the cleave. How does he know? Alright, he won't be able to attacker his way to a kill.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Mid lane Yapzor looking for the tower deny. Brute Spiderling's coming in and deny. Not gonna happen. Good try though.
Good try. Tower denies are, you know, worth the support's life nowadays.
Yeah, it really is. A lot of go.
Same goes for the bounties.
Pims on the mid lane looking for mid1. Impale's gonna hit, and now here comes the Brewlings. Terrorized. What a player! Yapzor will save his core. Now, maybe they can kill one as well. The bolt's gonna fly through, hit both, and now the Bedlam Terrorized combo. It's coming through. Mid1 just gets 2 kills thanks to Yapzor. On the backside, though, there's more fighting. Puppey will jig through the trees. Nice X here. They will pull back to Mirana, and that means Sam H gonna go down to ace.
Oh dear.
Team Secret firing on all cylinders.
But why did he have to go in? Like after the global, I felt like he could have just left his support to die, and he still decided to commit for the kill. I mean, they weren't even close to killing him.
I mean, he still had armor toggling too. Yeah.
And without BKB, you just die to the Bedlam. There is like no way you can fight into that.
Dire's bottom tower.
This is why it's important to play like comfort and heroes that you are sure of. You know your limits more. So if Brute doesn't have a game, Ursa doesn't have a game, then it's going to be on the Sam H Mirana.
Yeah.
But if you look at the network, they're not that far behind, but you want to be ahead as a Brute.
Also, the problem with Mirana is that she does take a little while to come online.
Yeah, she has to farm a lot. She is, I think she is by far right now probably one of the hardest carries on the off lane. Like can be played on the off lane.
Okay. Hardest as in she carries very hard, or she's very difficult to play?
No, like she carries very hard.
Okay.
I mean, you can say the same for Wraith King. If you go the Radiance build, you are very powerful in the later stages in the game. But we saw a few games where Mirana with like 4 or 5 slots dealing the deeps, winning his team in the fights. But that's like what, 40 minutes. 30 more after 30 minutes in the game.
Raven playing with fire here. They're gonna surround on him. Terrorize is gonna be again just breaking these heroes apart. They're still going on mid1. They will finally bring him down. Sam H picking up that kill. Rupture gonna get casted. They still really want Yapzor, but the Roots keeping Sam H in lockdown. Rupture, or sorry, Bedlam, as well as Shadow Realm, pushing him back out of the fight, but they really still chasing Yapzor down. The global silence now protecting him. And it looks like they will pick up a Venge kill. Nice bait coming out from Team Secret.
I mean, they killed the Konka earlier.
That's the big one, yeah.
That's the big one.
And I guess Puppey did not have global to protect him in that.
Not very sure, I wasn't paying attention, but all in all, they're gonna be able to get some farm, some resource. He's gonna last at the tower thanks to the fight.
He might die here if they could get X on him. Torn, gonna miss. Oh, he didn't get the X. Oh no, he did.
But it wasn't shown. I didn't see the animation.
I did not see the animation either. Armel takes a lot of damage. There's gonna be yet another X, and that should be a kill. Nicely done. Ooh, maybe to get another. Sam H though, right-clicking away onto mid1, carrying very hard like you mentioned. Big clean coming out from mid1, armor toggling through a little bit, but nice chain stun coming out from TNC.
That was 2 heroes against 4 heroes.
And they traded, not evenly, but
it's not even they
just won.
They won the trade.
They just won the trade.
I mean, granted, they were not there at the same instance.
Sure. Yeah, TNC needs triple BKB before they can fight. Like Bedlam, Bolt, Terrorize, too much control. And of course, Global.
I mean, when you talk about Global, most of the carry players will just like get a Manta.
Sure.
But obviously because of the other things, the Bedlam, the Bolt.
Oh look, it's Yapzor solo killing again.
Better things than you have tried, Nyx.
Allies disappear.
Twins.
I don't know, Nyx is supposed to be great against against Dark Widow.
I think Tim's just had a really rough game, even starting from the laning stage, right? It just...
But in the later parts, you're supposed to be good against Dark Widow because the characters would make it easier for you to lock him down, kill him, and your stun is AoE, so he can't really Shadow Realm TP. Then
Right.
Mana Burn is obviously, you know, great against him. Intelligence heroes. Still, the game is fairly even. But TNC with their lineup, they would have wanted to get to this point of the game with an advantage from the laning phase, you know, some advantage, some net worth lead.
Radiant
Can't see.
Maybe even the Roshan.
Smoking up, great scan though, we'll see the position. Now Secret also smoked up, high ground positional advantage to TNC.
Global is up. This is not an easy fight for TNC.
Okay, they drop a war from the back line, and vision advantage now on TNC side as well. They charge up the hill. Bo, oh, they think they're in the Roshan, and Bo is going to completely miss. The global though is going to be good. And right now, Ursa's right-clicking away. They will lose damage. Now that's a lot of damage gone. Curse ground will hit, and Terrorize going to push everyone back. It's going to be Ursa dying on the back line. Team Secret just out team fighting TNC. Cuckoo now will also go down. Nice X back. They will catch yet another 4 dead. And that's with Team Secret whiffing a bow into the Roshan pit.
Yamso is just the MVP of the series, man. The first game, now the second game as well.
All the buybacks will fly out. This is very costly. They have to win this engagement. It could be the game. Okay, Spider scouting things out. Team Secret says, yeah, dude, we could fight. And we'll catch one more. It's going to be Wraith King blinking forward, finding Cuckoo. Cuckoo dead. That's a dieback. Okay, Marana as well as Nyx is going to be back fairly soon. Team Secret says, we'll keep roshing.
By the way, Fata didn't go for the Radiance, he went for a Halberd.
Okay.
Not sure we talk about that.
Albert, great against the no BKBs of these guys.
Kunkka also has a Halberd.
Oh, they X on Sam Mage, but he's next to a shrine on the backline though. Here comes Ursa trying to kill Puppy, but he can't even do that. Armel will get stunned up by the bull. The damage output of this Kunkka is absolutely huge. Ursa just man fighting. He will die, and that is a dieback. Broodmother stunned up. X-Torn will hit him as well. No, he just runs away. A little bit mistiming on the X-Torn combination. Tim's Curse Crown will control him, and will get brought down. Once again, Team Secret just way too many stuns.
Another +2 for Silencer.
Yeah, how many +2 is he up to? 16, not too bad.
Both the buyback. Just to get that intelligence steal.
I'm not even sure if the +2 ever matters for Silencer. That's not Cordy's.
Come on.
You wear it like a badge, right? It's like, I did this. I was here.
Eventually it adds up, you know. The infinite scaling.
Sure. So far, I haven't seen infinite scaling ever do anything, but you know. Alright, is there a way for TNC to fight this Aegis?
Nope.
I don't think so.
Numbers advantage. And they already use their buybacks. I'm afraid they have to give it up. Unless they try to steal it with the Brood trying to run in with the webs. Through the webs.
Seems very hard to do against about a billion suns.
The Halberd is the name of the game, yeah?
Yeah.
For Secret.
I think TNC cannot fight until they have triple BKB.
Same case as the last game.
Broodmother close to his. Marana looks like working towards defensively Lincoln's BKB. BKB first, it seems. And then Ursa? Also,
he's gonna need
quite far away.
Then
Yeah.
you're gonna need, I don't know, maybe
Do you want to get Axe this game?
Axe, but Silencer owns the Axe. Because Global, then you still can't pop it because you can only pop it through like stuns and whatnot, but not silence.
I guess you just save your BKB for the global then.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
But sometimes you get caught X-mark or stunned by some other heroes. Then
Sure.
you probably have to already pop it, so it's not that reliable, but definitely possible for him to do that. To save the BKB for the global, so he has to enrage. Oop. Seems like we're gonna have some connection problems here today. Hopefully not, you know, doesn't take too long to resolve, because like you mentioned, it's a very important series for both of these teams.
Yeah. if TNC loses this game, I do believe they're out of the winner side.
They have
At least temporarily.
They have to pay a tie break for it.
Yeah. Best of 1 for winner bracket. That's hype. Mid 1, we'll find. Oh, we'll find nothing.
So Brood has BKB. BKB number 1 on TNC completed. Sam H is not that far away. He has the Ogre Axe and the Hammer. Ursa is quite far away. He only has the Ogre Club.
But it seems like TNC want to fight right now. Is that a good decision?
They can't really wait for the 3 BKBs because it's too long. They should fight with the first one.
But they're fighting into, I believe, an Aegis, right? Yeah, Ace has an Aegis too. That is a rough look here for TNC as Cuckoo now breaks the smoke, walks on the high ground, and just straight up dies.
Was he trying to ward? He was alone there. No, he doesn't have a ward. Oh, that's strange.
It feels like teams are saying, look, it's 25 minutes soon, let's pop smoke and do something, and get runes.
Take the runes.
Yeah. But they will lose that tier 2,
High
and
ground.
Secret says, come TP back.
Middle tower is under attack. Dire's
Okay, second BKB done.
Dire's structures are fortified.
They're gonna need to fight right now. Tier 3 being peppered down here a little bit by Team Secret. Half HP.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under
And
attack.
Secret easily retreats. They're fine. Meanwhile, Broodmother though,
Radiant's
pressuring
middle
tower on the mid lane
is
as well.
under attack.
Force staff being worked on by Tims. And looks like he might get caught here. Mid 1 coming in, looking for the X. There is Vendetta available, but I imagine Puppey has detection. They see him. X marks his spot. Okay. He's out.
Yeah, the type bringer has the animation when he hits units in the fall.
There's a
Small
very exciting wet splash when it hits.
and mid 1 is gonna get his BKB.
Yeah, we're talking about
200
TNC's BKB. Once Secret gets their BKB, I don't know if they could actually kill them. Like, technically you have Ursa and Brood, but I feel like Ursa and Brood are 1 item behind.
And they have the halberds, you know, so it's not reliable that they would do damage in the fight. They have to pop their BKBs early to do that.
Secret.
And on top of things, you still have the like the Rupture for the Brood or the Ursa. Rupture is like totally owns Ursa or Brood, whether you have BKB or not.
Right.
If you can't move, you're not dealing damage.
Secret now, high ground once again.
Is under attack.
Skeleton Bros are here. Moonlight Shadow being used. Spiderling's just feeding. Rupture. Heard that one. That's going to be on Armel. He's going to run back to the safety of his tier 3s. Tier 3s are going to go down on the back line though. That's going to be Nyx Assassin getting caught. They popped the global for him as well. He's out of the fight. Meanwhile, looks like Raven popping his BKB, but just has to run. And now Cuckoo getting popped by the X-Torn combination. 1 by 1 they go, and Secret, just a ball of death. Their 1 will X back and get a little bit of regen. His team not abandoning him for now. We'll start take the racks. Their 1 getting a little bit more regen. And how do you defend this? Uh-oh, Sandmage gonna get caught. He will get stunned up as well, but he pops a BKB. That's a great bait.
Sam H against Yapso. We've seen this movie before in the last game.
And Yapso are still the main character in this episode 2 of the movie.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
Do they have buybacks for this fight? Can they use buybacks to defend? I mean, they kind of have to get more items, right? I feel like if they have to buy back, they're just gonna lose by default.
Yes.
They need to buy more items, they need to scale.
Dire's top shrine has fallen.
Brave King has a, I think he has a Monkey King buff.
He's working on it. Oh, he's got it now.
I think he already has it. Just needs the courier to come back alive. So that's gonna help against the brute passive, the incapacitating bite. Like, I feel like TNC is just gonna run into a lot of damage issues. They can't kill heroes. They don't have enough in the tank.
Haste.
Like, Ursa's not gonna do enough. Because one of them is gonna get ruptured. You have to put that into consideration. So it's gonna be up to Sam H alone to do some reliable damage.
Tims, they see him.
So if he wastes his BKB, then he won't be able to output damage. Tims gets X marks, pops his carapace.
Team Secret doesn't want to commit right in front of the towers.
They don't have 5 heroes here.
Yeah.
Mata's at home. I mean at base. Jungle. He's waiting for his MKB.
And looks like he's going for a Moonshare next. Sure, increased damage output.
Increased damage. But why not AC? Is Moonshot better than AC? I don't know, I guess I'm just too much of a team player.
Yeah, you don't play
Play for
that
the
hard carry,
for the glory. I think he just feels like they have not enough damage anyways to kill anybody.
and he's correct.
He just wants to kill them, you know.
Yeah. I feel like this has got to be the least scary Ursa Brood game I've seen. They just nobody's threatened by them. It feels.
I feel like the Dark Willow is more threatening.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though they have like BKBs, like he can always force you to pop a BKB then just Shadow Realm.
Yeah, Shadow Realm, and he just runs away. He has Geols, and he's gonna have him an A on this too. Alright, TNC, the big wraparound. Maybe if they could get Puppey before he pops his global, this will be a good start. Tims, yes, they will exactly do just that. No buyback here on Silencer. They pop all their BKB going on mid one. Mid one though not losing that much HP. He now then pops his BKB, just straight up runs away. Bedlam on the back line. They would just straight up lose Cuckoo. Man, he's doing so much damage. And now Ursa without the BKB will go down. Mirana leaps in. Okay, sizable damage output here, but now Mirana needs to be careful. His BKB is gone. Arrow is gonna hit. Everyone's surrounding on Ace. Great position here by TNC. They will win this engagement. Buyback on Cuckoo as well. They're looking to chase down on Fata. Fata very fast. Blink coming down in about 5 seconds. Terror not seeing Secret Fata, and he will survive. But still, big win for TNC, and they will defend the racks.
Yep, big win. Like you said, they went for the most, arguably one of the more important supports in the team fights, the Silencer, so he can pop his global.
Yep.
And on top of things, that was the first, I think it was the first, yeah, it was a 10-second BKB on the Ursa, so he was able to output damage.
Unfortunately, he still died after that.
But job done.
Yeah.
That's what matters for them.
And very luckily for TNC, Puppey didn't have buyback. If he bought back in global, that would have been really rough for them.
So Roshan is up, second Rosh.
Yep.
TNC does not have any big cooldown spells, so they're not too worried about that fight. But on the other hand, Secret has all their cooldowns up, so they have to fight this Rosh. Root has Manta for the global, I guess.
Okay.
Not only for that, but for any, maybe the Root or the Curse Crown.
Curse Crown, yeah. Nyx Assassin broke, I believe, Fata smoke. Aeon does now finish on Yapzor.
Oh, JK, he's buying AC now.
It's like, okay, people are start dying. I need to switch my build up. And TNC, they want to fight again, but again, they need to look for that dream opening of finding the Silencer. It's gonna be tough.
Dark Willow is Aeon this, so she can't be focused first.
I mean, Yapzor hasn't really been dying first. Anyways,
Silencer is the one that
Radiant's bottom tower
you
is
could
under
technically
attack.
stand just... I mean, all he needs to do is just pop global, frankly.
should he be in the fountain?
Just far
Global for his team?
far enough.
Radiant's
in a
bottom
safe spot.
tower is under attack.
If he could global after the BKB on the Ursa, I think that is going to be very huge, because then the bench can swap him and he can't pop the Enrage. Then that would mean that the Ursa would just die.
Yep.
That's like perfect case scenario. perfect scenario for them. If that happens, it's actually quite possible because they can always either initiate with the Wraith King or the Kunkka, and you're gonna force something to happen. Like they have to like either BKB or run away or move around, and then it's gonna open a lot of like opportunities for the Dark Ruler and the Silencer to use their spells appropriately. Whereas for TNC, they kind of have to mostly rely on this Ursa to start, because there's a lot of sentries around. It's not that feasible to wait for the Nyx to start a fight every time.
Samh is showing bottom, but Secret doing the Roshan somewhat quickly.
Oh, there's no shrine there to TP on.
Yeah, that's... Oh, he TP'd to the bottom shrine actually. It's gonna be a long while before he gets here, but Secret not exactly hitting the Roshan. And now Moonlight Shadow cast. They're all thinking about going. Okay.
No backup there by Nyx.
Everyone chasing them away. Again, Roshan about half HP. Vata goes in, gets bashed. It's a double damage rune on mid one. It's about to run out. Oh, Global is actually forced here. Puppey gonna get caught, and Global in a very bad spot. He buys back. Armel will TP out. He's fine. Good fight so far for TNC. Roshan again, about quarter HP. No Global now. TNC still has 2 of their BKB. Can they challenge this Roshan? Just slow. Raven just walks in. Can he actually just take it? Swapping back out. Rush dropping back. Mid-1 snatches the Aegis. They got the last hit, but it's Mid-1 that took it. Now they're on the run. Brood has a cheese like you mentioned. Curse Crown is gonna hit on the Brood. Nice Manta dodge, but the Torn won't clip him. He eats a cheese. He's back to full. Vata blinks up on the high ground. Still has 2 lives. Can they actually fight him? Tims is coming in. There's a disarm, but Vata caught away from his team. They will take his first life. Curse Crown is gonna hit on both the bugs. Nope, he just runs away. Armel now, no BKB, no enrage. Will get chased away. Big crit. They kill him. X-Torn, they find another. Team Secret looking like Team Raid out here, just exterminating all the bugs.
There is nowhere to hide when there is thirst. And after their BKBs ran out, there's like just way too many small stuns to control them. They have to kill them within the BKB duration, like win the fight within that duration.
Where was Mirana and all of that?
He was like running away, he was very low.
And that's gonna be, I believe, tier 3, the BKB duration. Oh, hold on. Armel has his BKB back up. And so does the Brewmother.
Oh, Korea? Oh,
that's AC. That's AC done. Okay. Alright, Manta-style dodge. Raven will have to pop that BKB. Yep, he will. And now he's going right on Vata. Vata does have reincarnation still. Killed him once again. And now he blinks in. Armel, no. He's gonna get absolutely controlled by X-Torn Bolt, and he's dead. No buyback for Armel. Swap back in. They want Kunkka. Very, very tanky. Again, the disarm doing so much work. Samh though hits the arrow. Terrorize. Not gonna come out, but they're just getting rooted up. Mid-1 will get brought down, but he has Aegis Immortal. Meanwhile, TP out here by the Absorb, but he's fine thanks to the Aeon Disc. Mid-1 pops his BKB now, and we'll just right-click Terrorize, pushing people back, and Team Secret should have a safe retreat. They get a clean Rex. Tims trying to catch as many people as he can, but guess what? Reincarnation, it's back up. He will die once again thanks to his level 20 talent. In fact, he doesn't even need to die. He's fine. Vata's got his team protecting him. He jumps forward, gets a big crit. Team Secret breaking the base of TNC once again.
No buybacks on 3 of their heroes, just a Brood. So that should mean that Mega Crypt should be inevitable for TNC. Don't think they can fight anymore. 2 heroes. They're gonna try, wait for the bench to spawn.
Yep, BKB on Brood pops. Oh my goodness. He gets this arm and he pops a BKB late. He will kill Vata, but reincarnation is back up again. 60-second cooldown. They hit the arrow and they're gonna try and bring him down. He leaps in. Samh trying to do what he can. He cannot kill Vata, the unkillable king. He finally dies to illusion of the Manta-style. And they call it the GG. Ursa will stand there very angrily and watch all the building in his base die. And that's it. TNC will drop this best of 2 series to Team Secret. Team Secret now, I believe they are safe in the
winners bracket.
In the winner bracket.
They still have a series against